Hi there. It's August 27th and time for Proverbs 27. Okay. Still in Solomon's Proverbs that King Hezekiah's been put together. All right. And the first one, do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Right? Right. Delay not the time, but take occasion when it is offered. Right. Jesus talked about this, okay? Matthew 6. Okay. It goes into great detail about this, okay, over here in Matthew 6. Right? There's, let me highlight it. Is it? Yeah. Do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Right? Seek first the kingdom of God. It says, don't worry about what you'll eat. Don't worry about what you'll wear. Okay. In great detail. Okay. Verse 2, let another praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips. Right? Do not brag. Nobody likes a bragger. Okay? If somebody else praises you, that's honor. Okay? That's honor. Okay? A stone is heavy and sand is weighty, but a fool's provocation is heavier than both. A fool's provocation, right? Or a fool's wrath. Wrath is cruel and anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? Okay. Is jealousy a type of anger? Yes. And over here it says envy. Okay. But the envious are obstinate and cannot be reconciled. Okay. Jealousy, envy, I think they're two different things. Okay. Jealousy is the anger that comes from being betrayed. Okay. Betrayed by friends, betrayed by the ones you love. Okay. If your spouse has an affair with another person, okay, that spouse has betrayed you, okay, and that's a jealousy, okay, and it can't be, you can't buy it off, you can't quell it, okay. God can fix it, but it's always there, okay. 5, better is open rebuke than hidden love. Okay? Open rebuke, right? If somebody loves you and they never tell you, they never show it, you never see it, right? Open rebuke is better. Any kind of attention. People want attention. Okay? There's been a lot written about this verse. Okay? 6, faithful are the wounds of a friend, but profuse are the kisses of an enemy. Right? Flattering. People flatter you to get what they want. Right? They are flattering and seem friendful. Right? Kisses of an enemy. Right? Faithful are the wounds of a friend. It says of a lover over here. 7, one who is full loathes honey, but one who is hungry. To one who is hungry, every bitter thing is sweet. Right? That's a true statement, right? Somebody who's poor and starving, a moldy crust of bread tastes good to them, right? When you're full, even the best stuff looks bad. 8, like a bird that strays from its nest is a man who strays from his home. Okay? What happens when a bird strays from its nest? Predators come in, right? Steal the eggs, kill and eat the babies, because the bird's not guarding its nest, right? So is a man who strays from his home, right? Take care of your home. 9, oil and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend that comes from his earnest counsel. Right? You listen to your friends, right? They only want what's best for you, right? 10, do not forsake your friend or your father's friend, and do not go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor who is near than a brother who is far away. Now, if your brother lives next door, it's a good thing. But my brothers, personally, my brothers lives 750 miles away from me, okay? Different state, different side of the country. I have friends who live within 20 minutes, okay? And if something was to happen, right, I could go to my friends. 11, be wise, my son, and make my heart glad, that I may answer to him who reproaches me. Teach your kids how to be wise. Teach them honesty. Teach them not to lie, right? And if somebody reproaches you about your kids, you can answer them honestly and say, that's not true. My son would never do that. I trained him well. Right? 12, the prudent sees danger and hides himself, but the simple go on and suffer for it. Right? Simple people that just don't know. Right? And look at all these protests and stuff going on today. People that I don't think they really feel that way. I mean, somebody may be paying them to just cause trouble, and they're doing it for money. Why? Because they don't worship God, they worship money. And they'll do whatever it takes. And the simple will get involved in all that stuff and suffer for it. Right? A wise or prudent person sees danger and stays away from that stuff. Okay. 13, take a man's garment when he has put up security for a stranger, and hold it in pledge when he puts up security for an adulteress. I don't know why you would do that, but yeah, this is co-signing, okay? Solomon himself talked about this 5 or 6 times. He mentioned never co-sign, okay? And this is the caveat. If you do, get a collateral, okay? Get a collateral. All right? Whoever blesses his neighbor with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, will be counted as a cursing. Now, I'm an early riser, okay? I have friends that are not early risers, okay? If I was to get up at 6 o'clock and call them or say, hey, come on, let's get up, let's do this, they would yell at me, okay? Counted as cursing. Okay, more of Solomon's problems. A continual dripping on a rainy day and a quarrelsome wife are alike. To restrain her is to restrain the wind, or to grasp oil in one's right hand. Right? You can't stop it, right? 17, this is important. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Oh, that's weird. So, I always liked this verse, okay? I wanted to be a computer tech back in the 80s when they were first coming out. I started hanging around computer techs. I started learning, watching them, okay? I became very good at it. And then soon people were watching me, and we were working together, okay? And we had different areas of expertise in the computer, and we would teach each other and learn from each other, okay? The auto mechanic sharpens an auto mechanic, all right? A baker sharpens a baker, anything. Iron sharpens iron, right? Right? If you want to learn something, hang around, get advice from people that are doing it successfully, okay? 18, whoever tends a fig tree will eat its fruit, and he who guards his master will be honored. Okay? It was a law back in that day. If you hired people to work in your fields or in your orchards, they were allowed to eat what they picked, okay? It was just, you had to let them eat what they picked, okay? And they guarded the fields as well. Okay? Okay, 19, as in water, face reflects face, so the heart of man reflects the man. Right. There's a note over here. Right? There is no difference between a man and a man by nature, but only the grace of God maketh the difference. Right. Right. It's in a mirror now. Okay, you can look in a mirror. Face reflects a face. So people see your heart. They see how you act. They see how you conduct business. That reflects who you are. Okay. Heart of man reflects the man. Okay. And you can tell if somebody has a good heart just by the way they act. Okay? 20, soul and Abaddon are never satisfied, and never satisfied are the eyes of man. Okay. The problem with the entire world and what Satan and the demons take most advantage of is that, right? Never satisfied are the eyes of man. There's always something bigger. There's always something shinier. There's always something newer, right? There's always something different than what you have, right? And I'm going to buy that. And that comes jealousy, and there comes envy. And True statement, right? Never satisfied are the eyes of man. If you can be satisfied with everything you have and not want what somebody else has, be thankful you have a car. Don't I want a new, a bigger, better, faster car, right? So people that I don't even know will be impressed by me. It doesn't make any sense, but if you can do that, then that's when you will become rich. Okay, that's a key. 21, the crucible is for silver and the furnace is for gold, and the man is tested by his praise. Right? Reputation, by what other people say about you, okay, according to his dignity. That is, he's either known to be ambitious and glorious or humble and modest. Right. The man is tested by his praise. 22, crush a fool in a mortar with a pestle along with crushed grain, yet his folly will not depart from him. I remember Solomon saying this, and it was kind of gross then. It's kind of gross now, but right? Fools will be fools, and you can't stop them from being fools, it says. You cannot separate it from them. And some people are just like that. Yeah. 23 and 24. Know well the condition of your flocks, and give attention to your herds, for riches do not last forever, and the crown does not endure to all generations. We'll just read the rest of this. It all goes together. Yeah. When the grass is gone and the new growth appears and the vegetation on the mountains is gathered, the lambs will provide your clothing, and the goats the price of a field. There will be enough goat's milk for your food, and the food for your household, and the maintenance for your girls, right? Or your kids, or your servants, or your employees, right? Now, this is like everybody then had a plot of land and take care of it, right? Now, right? Know well the condition of your finances, your stores. Pay attention to your herds, what you have stored up, what you have saved up, what you have, right, for rainy day, food, clothing, housing, right? Pay attention. As men, pay attention to this stuff. Don't give all this stuff over to your wife to take care of, right? And you'll end up with one of those women that Solomon talks about, right? You take care of it. Okay? You be the provider. Right? You know the condition of the stuff. Know when you need groceries. Know when bills have to be paid. Know how much money you have in the bank. How much food you have stored in your basement, right? Or your pantry. Okay? For riches do not last forever, right? Anything could happen. Right? It goes on. So there you go. That's Proverbs 27. We go over our highlights here, right? This is Jesus talking. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Right? Jesus said that over here. Do not be anxious for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient is the day, is its own trouble, right? Every day has its own. Live for the day. Right? 2 is important. Let another praise you, not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips. Right? Don't brag. Haughty, bragging, conceited, right? God abhors those traits. Okay? He likes humble. Let other people build you up. Okay? Then it's called honor. Okay? 4, wrath is cruel and anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? Nobody. Okay? That's betrayal. Okay? That's betrayal, the worst kind. 7, when one who is full loathes honey, but to one who is hungry, every bitter thing is sweet. Right? You have enough. You're full. You have all the food you want. Nothing sounds good. Right? But to somebody who's hungry on the street, every little crumb sounds good. It's supposed to help those people. Right? 8, like a bird that strays from its nest is a man who strays from his home. Right? And we talked about what happens when a bird strays from their nest. The snakes come, the hawks come, the raccoons and the squirrels, and right? Steal, kill, and destroy. Stay home. Right? Kind of like down here, okay? Know well the conditions of your flocks and give attention to your herds, right? Be there. Be there. Okay? 10. Do not forsake your friend or your father's friend, and do not go to your brother's house on the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor who is near than a brother who is far away. Yeah, we talked about this. If you have neighbors, you have friends you can go to. Okay? Better than a brother who is far away. 11. Be wise, my son, and make my heart glad, that I may answer him who reproaches me. Right. Teach your kids to be wise. Right? So if somebody comes and talks bad about them, you can tell them confidently that they're crazy. Right? 17. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Right? Right? One man, iron sharpens iron. Okay? That's why they form groups of people, the motorcycle lovers group, or the computer lovers group, or the bakers group, and right? Iron sharpens iron. You learn stuff from other people doing the same thing. 19, as in water, face reflects face, or in the mirror today, face reflects face. So the heart of man reflects the man. Okay? How you act, people see that. People can tell what's in your heart by the way you treat others, by the way you treat strangers, by the way you treat animals. Okay? 20. Secret to the world today, right? Sheol and Abaddon are never satisfied, and never satisfied are the eyes of man. Right? Being rich is learning how to be satisfied with what you have, and being thankful for everything that you do have, because there are a lot of people that don't. Okay? No matter what your position, somebody is going to look at you like that person is rich. That person is so, man, if I had that, I would be so happy. Right? Think about that. Right? If you could be, your eyes could be satisfied and thankful for what you have, then that's when you are rich. Okay? 21, the crucible for silver, the furnace for gold, and man is tested by his praise. Okay? By what people say about you. Okay? That tells you, it'll reveal your heart. Okay? Are you humble, or are you prideful? And the rest. Know well the condition of your flocks, your finances, your bank account. Right? Give attention to your herds, what you have stored. Right? Pay your bills. Make sure there's enough there. Right? For riches do not last forever. Does a crown endure for all generations? No. Money goes away. Right? It says in other parts of Proverbs, if you get money, as soon as you get money, it sprouts wings like an eagle and flies away. Okay? That's the truth. There you go. That's Proverbs 27. There's only a few chapters left, and then we will be done with our 24th time and the last time through Proverbs. So stay tuned later today. We are in 1 Corinthians, okay, getting towards the end of 1 Corinthians. I think there's a few chapters left, but stay tuned for that. And give us a like if you think about it, and we'll continue this tomorrow.